take this time to get really comfortable sitting in Sukhasana, our easy sitting position. So I don't mind if you cross the legs or nice big V with the legs, as long as the spine's nice and straight. And we're going to be here for at least 5-10 minutes. So you want to make sure this posture is really comfy for you. So today we are exploring Vishuddha chakra. So this is the throat chakra, and Vishuddha means extremely pure. So the throat chakra is the 5th chakra. We have 7 main chakras which run from the base of the spine all the way up to the crown gateway. The throat chakra, the color is sky blue. The sound vibration is Hum, H-A-M. Now, for many of us, our throat chakra can become blocked or hold life lessons that we're here to grow through, evolve through. So when your throat chakra is blocked, you can feel what feels like fur balls in your throat sometimes. You can get thyroid problems, you can get throat infections a lot. It also affects the jaw and the ear area here. So when the throat is, what we call throat chakra, is healthy and spinning in the right direction with a healthy flow of chi, prana, life force, being able to penetrate it and flow back out, we're able to express our creativity authentically. We express our voice, we can communicate clearly, we speak firmly, we share our needs, we listen deeply, we don't gossip, we don't use language and words that don't serve us or our physical and energy body or serve others. So we want to have a really healthy, open throat chakra, because that means we're able to communicate our needs, live authentically, and most importantly, speak from the heart. And this is what's really needed. So connection and communication is everything. And for many of us, this energy gets blocked because there's also blocks around the heart. So the energy can't flow upwards, or when it does, it gets stuck in the throat and we say the wrong thing. So we're going to look at ways in which we can bring more awareness into the actual energy field of the throat today, which postures work best for opening the throat chakra. And we're going to explore some of the emotions that might be stuck there. So we'll start with our mudra. So the throat chakra mudra, we're going to clasp our fingers together. Good. And then the 2 thumbs sticking up, you're just going to gently rest them inwards, one on top of the other. And you're going to gently just bring the hands in towards you. And just take a moment to close the eyes here. So we're just going to take a moment to arrive. And drop your awareness into Anapana breath. So concentrated breath. So your full awareness is your awareness is inside the nostrils. So you should be able to feel a subtle tingling sensation. Now it's ever so subtle, so you have to concentrate. And we're going to start with chanting the Bijan mantra, using our mudra at the same time. So keep your mudra, keep the shoulders relaxed, keep the elbows and the arms relaxed. And the Bija mantra, we chant 7 times. So the throat is hum, hum. So it's pronounced quite deeply. Hum. So we're going to do that 7 times together. When you chant hum, I want you to visualize the color sky blue coming into the throat and allow the sound to penetrate deep into the throat chakra. So when you're ready, nice deep inhaling breath. The eyes closed. Now this is where the work happens, when we stop. So pay close attention to what you can feel around the throat. So any blocks will feel stronger. They'll come to the surface. So the sound chisels away at these energy blocks. So it breaks down energy. So this is why sound is powerful. So these blocks can then come up to the surface, out of the cellular memory, to be cleared through your consciousness. So you might feel different energies around the throat. You may notice a throbbing, a pulsating, a vortex of energy, a tightening, an expansion. So just observe, just be mindful. And on your next inhaling breath, gently opening the eyes, you're going to keep the hands clasped together and you're going to gently just bring them underneath the chin. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Lift. Exhale. Good. Continue. We'll do a few more. Inhale. Lift the elbows. Open the heart. Exhale back to center. Continue. use the breath as your point of meditation. Last 30 seconds. We hold a lot of irritability and frustration at the back of the neck. So just be conscious, mindful of any feelings, any heat, any emotions. Couple more. And when you're complete, close the eyes, hands into Namaste. And we're setting our affirmation for today's practice. It is safe for me to speak my truth firmly and fearlessly with love. It is safe for me to speak my truth firmly and fearlessly with love. Good, so let's cross the legs the opposite way. And I'm going to take you through an energy healing exercise for the throat now. So we're going to use a different mudra. We're going to use Samana mudra, also known as heart mudra. So we just cross the hands over. And we normally see that placed over the heart, known as heart mudra. This is a really beautiful way to come out of the head and drop straight back down into the heart. So if you've got a racing mind, if you're feeling anxious, stressed, coming into Samana mudra just helps find your center, helps ground you, come back home. So the moment we're in the heart, the mind doesn't have as much power to uproot us. So this is a really comforting place to be. So we're going to move the hands up towards the throat area. So you're not actually touching the throat, but you're hovering the hands close to the throat. And some of you are going to be able to feel the energy of your hands around your throat. Keep the neck long if you can, so we don't want to create any tension or stress around the throat area. Keep it soft, so just take a moment just to release any tightness, dissolve any tension around the throat area. And then come back to center, soften the shoulders, keeping the hands up towards the throat. Close the eyes, and I want you to drop your awareness into the base of the spine. So locate the base of the spine, so you're going into the lumbar spine, and then start to travel up through the vertebrae as if you're climbing a ladder. You're climbing up through the vertebrae, and each time you come to a vertebrae, that vertebrae lights up. you're making your way into the mid-spine, into the back of the heart, and all the way into the vertebrae that lead into the back of the neck. And then become aware of the energy that runs from the base of the spine all the way up the path you've just traveled. So start to see this subtle flow of energy flowing from the base of the spine up to the throat. As it travels up through the base of the spine, the light becomes a brilliant white light. So it's ever so bright. Feel its power. Feel the whole spine lighting up with brilliant white light. And the energy starts to speed up. So it's traveling faster from the base of the spine into your throat now. As it speeds up, feel your throat chakra open like a vortex of energy, a funnel out in front of the throat and the back of the neck. Two funnels, and the colour vibrating from these portals is sky blue. Sky blue. See it clearly. Allow this light to expand further and further. We're going to hold here for another minute, and you're simply relaxed in the body, allowing the prana, the energy, to do the work here. Brilliant white light getting faster and faster from the base of the spine all the way up to the throats blasting sky blue rays and beams of light out in front and out behind. So we have clarity. Feel this clarity in the throat. Feel this expansion, this freedom. And now take this time to go into the third eye and see yourself speaking clearly, expressing your needs, your wishes, your dreams, clearly, confidently. So we don't need to hold back any self-expression here. We're releasing fear of being laughed at or judged for our words. We're free to express ourselves fully. Good, well done. Bring the hands back to heart level. Just take a moment to close the eyes. So we just want to allow the energy to integrate. Okay, so we're going to play around with some different postures today. Again, really exploring opening the throat as much as we can. So we'll start with bridge. So let's come down onto our mats. You might want some padding underneath the head. So feet hip distance apart. Hands and arms either side of the body, palms facing down. And just take a moment here to just settle. Feel the fingertips pressing down onto the mat. Feel the connection with the earth. And just relax the hips and the pelvis. And we're just going to start to gently lift into some pelvic tilts. So ever so subtle movement. We're just lifting ever so subtly. So we're rolling the hips up and down. Keep the feet glued to the floor. Toes coming in just slightly. You might want to bring your hands to rest over your hips. It just helps you feel more embodied, more conscious of what's happening in this moment. When you're ready, start to lift a little higher. You can release the hands and arms and then roll back down. So I want you to go at your own pace here. We're not rushing straight into our bridge pose yet. We're just going to wake up each vertebrae. So you're staying mindful of how you lift, feeling each vertebrae lifting, and also feeling each vertebrae drop back down one at a time. When you're ready, you're going to take it into your bridge. So you're lifting those hips up, watch those knees. So keep those knees in alignment with the hips. Push through the soles of the feet. And see if you can clasp the hands underneath you and tuck those shoulders in just a little bit more. And you're going to turn your gaze towards the belly button. Close the eyes. 5 deep breaths. And your awareness is with your throat. When you're ready to exhale, release the hands and arms, palms facing down, and you're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time. So it's a gradual movement. Release the hips and the pelvis. Hug the knees in towards you, and we'll just roll out with some hip circles. So toes stay together. As you start to circle the knees outwards, back in together, taking them out to the sides, a bit like a butterfly. Good, coming back to center. Lift the forehead towards the knees. Breathe. So this is going to really show up any tension, again, around the neck, shoulders, throat chakra. And exhaling, releasing back down. Good. So I'm going to give you different options here now. You're either going to come back into your bridge we just did, or you're going to do your full shoulder stand, or if you've got a bolster, you can use a bolster to do the shoulder stand. I know some of you have got bolsters. If you haven't, you're going to go for your full shoulder stand, but if you've got the bolster, I'll give you a demo of a shoulder stand bolster. We take the bolster underneath the bottom and then start to roll it so that the back's nice and supported here. So I've got the lower back really held and supported here. Feet on the floor. We're just going to lift one leg. When we feel stable, we lift the other. And that's a really lovely shoulder stand. You can have the hands and arms out to the sides, or you can take the hands and arms over the top. Of course, the other option is going against a wall or doing the full shoulder stand. So choosing whichever variation is right for you. Good. Keep the gaze up towards the feet. And of course, if you don't have a bolster, you can just do legs up against your wall. So we're having a nice flushing out here as well. So we're going to hold here for a few minutes. So take this time to make sure you're comfy. Try and get nice and still. Keep surrendering with the breath. Good. And as you exhale, releasing out. So if you've got your bolster, soles of the feet on the floor. If you're in your full shoulder stand, release the hands and arms. Use the hands as brakes as you release out. So we're going to take any props out of the way and just take a moment to hug the knees back and towards you. And this time wrap the arms around the knees. So give yourself a nice, deep, loving hug. And just notice how it feels in your lumbar spine now. So you should have a nice deep opening across your lower back. So again, we're drawing more energy up through the base of the spine into the throat.